push all that from dudes now, but it looked like a 6-pack under the shirt though.
I'm cool. I don't want a 6-pack fish. Nobody.
Yeah, that's 6-pack.
All right, man. We in here, man. Welcome back to Man Down Sports, man. Am I live or
We live. We live.
My screen
I just got the notification on YouTube. We live.
Okay, I don't know what's going on my screen because I can't see my usual stuff. Something different. But anyway, we back in here, man. Chris is here late, but he here. What, man? Well, I can't. I mean, we all late.
Why you gotta put that? Well, didn't say everybody late.
Well, I mean, most of everybody late because you was late, but I mean, it's all good. It's cool.
That's crazy.
We're not
workplace harassment, bro. Where HR at? Where HR at, man?
He is HR, bro.
Eric up in here, man. Jay up in here, man. We in here, man. NBA draft was yesterday, so we got to get all of that stuff out of the way. We got to recap the draft, man. We got to talk about the trades that went down: Jordan Poole, Porzingis, Marcus Smart, all that good stuff. Then we got to talk about who else is getting traded and some of the free agents that's coming up, man. But we're gonna start with the number one pick for sure. When this generational talent. Who was on the podcast with us like a month ago that was questioning if he was a generational talent? Was that you, Eric?
No, it wasn't me.
Who was it? It was somebody.
I don't fuck with basketball like that. I'm more of a football guy, but that's just me.
I last time we went one-on-one on the court, I kind of realized you was a football guy. You were trying to beat me up down low.
Cap. I don't get into all that shit with you, Mel. I just pass the ball to my sons.
The LeBron technique.
Yeah, I just.
Oh man!
Hey! Take him to the hole, son.
Yeah, but Jay, that's your squad, man. That's your Spurs, man. Pop still there. They ain't got much else there. It just Pop and Victor. You know what I mean? So
they can build with Victor though.
How long is it gonna take?
2 years.
Yeah, I say a couple of years.
2 years. All right. So what are you expecting? As a matter of fact, where are my manners at, man? Before we even get started, man, we do want to point out that this episode is sponsored by Manscaped. So we'll let you hear from the sponsors right now. And we are brought to you by Manscaped, man. Support Man Down Sports. And it's brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below the waist grooming. Their products and precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's performance package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. So join over 8 million men worldwide. That's 16 million balls, right? 16 million balls worldwide, man.
Balls, dog.
Exactly, and they trust exactly. They trust Manscaped with the and you can get it with an exclusive offer just for Man Down followers. You get 20% off, and you get free worldwide shipping with the code Man Down at manscaped.com. Right, so don't forget, man. That's 8 million men worldwide, 16 million balls, man. So,
two of those 16 million is mine.
And 2 of them is mine. Hey, I definitely been working with him, man. But yeah, man. So my package is finally here, man. It's a game changer for sure, man. I got that 4.0, right? It comes with that lawnmower 4.0, right? Real nice. You said like, come on, right? Kind of quiet, real precision tool. It's waterproof. This is gonna work good, man. You can groom yourself in the shower, man. All that good stuff. It also came with this trimmer, right? And this is for your nose and your nose hairs and all that stuff. It came, and we call this the weed whacker. You can use it for your ears, your nose, or whatever. Then it came with that crop preserver ball deodorant. Now this is what you need right here, Chris, right here. Because I know, like during the day you need that touch up. You know what I mean? You need that little touch up and or whatnot, man. And then the crop reviver as well. All this stuff is good, man. It come with boxer briefs. Came with a nice little leather bag, man, to keep everything in. Right? You know what I'm saying? So we rocking and rolling over here, man. And last thing I say, man, just from a personal experience, man. Like I don't talk about balls often, right? I really don't. All right? When I do. when I do talk about balls, I'm not talking about the fuzzy ones, right? This is too hairy for me, right? I like a smooth ball, right? I'm talking about smooth, right? Nothing on it, no peach fuzz, no lint, none of that stuff, man. And it's going to give you that proper release, rotation, and splash. I promise you ain't getting no release with no fuzzy balls, right? So if you want your girl or your significant other to go down on your little man's, use the promo code man down at manscaped.com and get you this 4.0, baby. All right. Now,
hey, cut the check.
all right, man. Yeah, go check that stuff out, man. 20% off. Use the promo code man down. But yeah, let's get into it. San Antonio Spurs, Victor Wembanyama, nothing else. Greg Popovich. Y'all saying it's gonna take about 2 years to try to build around that 7'5" monster. However, what do you expect next year? All right, he comes out, probably have a decent summer league. He might not even play summer league.
He won't play a lick of summer league.
You don't think so?
Hell
yeah, because
no.
they got the stuff going on overseas. He gonna be playing for France this summer. So he just finished the season like what, last week, 2 weeks ago, and then he rolled right into playing for France, and then to come back and play for summer league. I think that's gonna be kind of productive. So he might not play summer league at all, but coming out there,
not even just that. It's like the top 3 picks don't ever suit up for summer league.
Yeah, I mean, and that's probably a good reason, man, because I remember for like 3-4 years in a row, the top 3 picks was getting hurt. I mean, Greg Oden got hurt in summer league. Joel Embiid got hurt. Blake Griffin got hurt first game in summer league. Ben Simmons got hurt, and then Chet Holmgren got hurt playing in the summer last year too. So
he got hurt in the pro-am though. I mean, same shit, but
yeah, they was playing during the summer.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, what y'all expecting from him, man? Y'all think he gonna be? Give me a points per game average and give me a win total. Y'all expect for the Spurs?
You saying like right now or after they build the team?
Not next year. Well, I mean, what you expect next season coming from the Spurs and Wembanyama?
I think he's gonna be 23, 12, and 6.
That's big, Jay. You think he'd be getting 6 assists?
No.
If you stay in 6 blocks, that's crazy.
Listen to me. Why?
I understand, bro is a tower, but averaging 6 blocks,
he may average 4, but he'll 23, 12, and 4.
I got him 3.5 on the blocks.
Yeah, that's the same number, but it's cool.
3 more leaning to the 3 side.
I take the under on the blocks. I say 2. It's hard to get 2 blocks a game, man.
I say 2 or 3. I say 2 or 3.
No, I mean y'all got to watch. Y'all ain't been watching, bro. Y'all ain't been watching.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, man. I'm not gonna go as high as to say 6 blocks, but if you think about it, man, because he can block in the post and he can jump out to the perimeter, and all you gotta do is just get a hand up, get a finger on the ball. That's a block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might not be far fetched where he can get games where he'll have 5, 6, 7 blocks in a game. I don't think, but averaging 4, that's actually not that. 4 is not crazy.
I mean, he. So I'm with Jay. He might have games where he had 6 blocks. He might have games where he had 8 blocks, right? But to average it,
the average might be closer to 2.5.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. I'm with you. I think that's safe. 2.5 is safe for sure.
Yeah. But I think the win total, I think the Spurs will be a 35 win team this year.
35. How many they win last season?
Like 22.
I was about to say not that.
Not that at all.
35.
Yeah, I think 22 was last year.
So
I
ain't
ain't 13 wins by himself.
So ain't nobody got him being able to be a play-in team or 8 seed playoff team. Nothing. Nobody.
No, I think
you got to see what the rest of the summer do. Like they need at least another piece. I mean, well, nah,
because I'm looking at Carmelo come in. I'm looking at Carmelo Anthony coming in and making the Nuggets a playoff team. Right away.
And then David Robinson did that. David Robinson did that when he got there.
Yeah.
Elijah
Wan did it with Houston.
Yeah, I think they'll be a playoff team. Their core is not horrible, and I like Trey Jones. I think Trey Jones will get more minutes this year.
Right.
Their core is not horrible. It's not good. It's not good, and I really think that no matter what the success of the team is, Pop got 3 years in the out.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't think he wants to do it anymore. Like, I think this year will determine if it's 3 years or if it's just this year. I think he's been to the mountaintop too many times, man. I don't think he want to do it no more.
I don't even think he finished that 3-year contract out.
Yeah.
I really don't. I really don't, because
he's getting older. And then the authoritarian style coach is all but extinct. Like, he's the last of that dying breed.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So
now Mike Malone like that too. And Denver.
Mike Malone like to get lit too, though. I don't think Pop get lit.
Mike Malone talking out his ass too.
Yeah, Mike Malone. Yeah, he done gone dumb.
Yeah, is that a helmet back there?
Yeah.
Pause.
Is that a Kansas City helmet back there? What's that?
Oh, I thought you were talking about my helmet.
Oh, hell no. Nobody pays attention to you, Chris.
Right.
says the traveling blogsman.
All right, DJ Fresh.
Hey, where you stopping at today, traveling blogsman?
That joker got an old super mic in that mic.
What's on the itinerary?
Look, man, look.
A fucking envy mic in
that. Go over under. So Jay said 35 games. Who's saying more than that?
I got the over on that.
Yeah, I take playoffs. I take play-in team. So let's push it up to. Now 35 might be enough to do it in the West. It might 35 this year.
No,
it
won't.
No,
it will not. I'm gonna tell you this though: the NBA, all the hype, all the press and publicity that Victor has brought, they're not gonna squander that by not letting that team at least make the playoffs.
The dude is very marketable, man. He did his first podcast with JJ Redick. I listened to the whole thing. Dude is smart. Right, dude. I mean, he gets it. You ain't gonna worry about him doing those stupid stuff like Zion. I promise you that. Right. This dude got his head on straight, man. The way he works out already is already crazy. And what I really, really love is when everyone presses him about putting on weight and bulking up, how he pushes back and say, look, he's first and foremost, he said, nah, I don't need to bulk up. Those big dudes need to skinny up. He said they need to skinny up. You get what I'm saying? He was like, look, if I'm doing what I'm doing, what I'm doing got me as a number one pick, right? I'm out there, I'm running. He said, even at this size now, sometimes I don't like where my wind is at. So I want to get better with that. Bulking up ain't the answer for him. He said, this is what I do. I'm a unique guy. I'm 7'5" and I move like a guard, and and I play like a guard outside. So what am I bulking up for? Y'all gonna have to come out here and guard me. And I like that mindset. And he's not, and I always tell everybody, Greg Oden, he talks about how when he first got drafted by Portland, the first thing they told him is, we want you to put on 30 pounds so you can guard Shaq. So they wanted him to change his natural. First of all, he wasn't a skinny guy. He was already in a great frame for a 7-footer. He could have stayed there. He could have been more like Dwight Howard with just muscle. But they taught him into putting on 30 pounds just for one guy, for Shaq.
Nah, what I say though is too though, muscle ain't really just about that. It's more durability on the body too. You got to remember, he got other guys just as big as him banging on him throughout the season. So he probably ain't had that before. So I think the putting on the muscle and adding on the weight is more about durability than it is just about, it's the physicality of the game more than it is just guarding a person or a certain scheme or whatever they're trying to put you into.
Yeah, but it's got to happen naturally though. You don't want to do it too fast because his normal body type is what it is now. That like him working out, running and lifting because he's doing that stuff. It's not like he's not doing it. He's doing it to get stronger, but to do it just to purposely change your body type is not. I wouldn't recommend it for a guy of his size.
Well,
Like,
and that's what he said last night at the draft. They was talking about bulking up, and he was like, there's a difference between bulking up and getting stronger. Yeah, sure, I could get stronger. He was like, but bulking up, nah. I'm like, I'm good. He was like, he said the same thing about being unique, but he was like, I need I don't want to lose my agility and my mobility by putting on 30 pounds of mass.
right.
And he's not wrong.
I get
Not
that.
wrong at all.
But another thing, the Thunder made the play-in at 40 wins this year. I think everything's gonna take a back step. Then I don't think teams got better in the West. I think it's gonna.
Well, I know Denver went nowhere.
So 35 might get you in the play-in this year coming up. Like you just never know.
I think Denver is they're one hit wonder. I think
facts.
Much like Milwaukee was with that one they got, and you see they got their coach fired, just like the one that Toronto got, and then their coach got fired, and that one that Dirk got. This is just a one-off. Denver is not here to stay. They're not the next dynasty. They're not San Antonio Spurs. That's not what they are. I guarantee you that's not what they are.
So let me ask you this then. So excluding the Lakers, because I'm going with them every year. But but who else is beating them?
The Kings. You
don't really believe that. I know you said that.
I think right now how teams are constructed, I think Phoenix could beat them. I think the Kings could do it. If the Clippers ever get healthy, we don't know what that looks like, but they may have a shot. And I don't know what Golden State is doing yet. Like no one does. But
we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah,
but
Golden State always in the mix. Clippers, it just depends on if Kawhi gonna go to work or not. I mean, that's really what it depends on for the Clippers.
I think the thing about Kawhi is like he got that same drink Brandon Roy had, right?
Somewhat not as aggressive as Brandon was. Brandon's took him out of the league in 1 year.
Yeah, so like he might be at the point where it's time to seriously consider being done.
Or seriously consider not being the number one on whatever team he playing for.
Yeah, he had to come off the bench, but he ain't trying to give up that money either, though.
Nah, for sure, not this contract.
No,
he definitely go play this contract out.
Yeah, he ain't giving them no money, so I don't see him doing that. He might consider being done. I don't know, but I feel like he did everything.
But back to my man Big Vic, pause. I think that all of the accolades are his to lose.
Absolutely.
Like if he does anything decent, it's almost like when LeBron came out of high school.
Yeah, rookie of the year. Your rookie of the year was his before it even was done. And when Carmelo outplayed them, it was like we still go give it to LeBron.
It was his to lose. He lost it and still got
it. Yeah. So Vic. So you saying right now, Vic automatically rookie of the year, and all he got to do is stay healthy.
Yeah.
The only thing that stops him from getting first team all rookie of the year, all that is if he doesn't play enough games, because it is going to be that new CBA, right? That comes in this season.
Yeah,
so he, as long as he can play the minimum amount of games, he'll take home all the hardware.
Now here's an interesting thing. Would it look bad on him if he comes out, he has decent numbers? Let's say he averaged 23 and 12, All right, forget the assists and blocks. Let's just say 23 and 12. Okay, let's say 23, 12, and 2 blocks a game. That's his average, right?
Mhm.
And the Spurs are trash. And then Chet Holmgren, who was drafted last year, who was going to be considered a rookie this year. Let's say he averaged the exact same thing, but Thunder makes the playoffs. Who gets the rookie of the year?
Still Vic.
Vic.
Yeah,
Why?
still Vic. So the only because he'll get all the credit for any success the Spurs have and none of the blame. I mean,
Exactly.
shit, they picked number 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because whatever little things he do is going to be highlighted 3 times.
And if you just look at it right now, Chet has better pieces around him.
I was just about to say OKC is a better built team currently than what San Antonio is. Vic.
You can even say that the pieces are not around Chet. He's one of the pieces that's around Shea.
Right.
You could say,
Yeah,
you could say that.
for sure. And you
Until
can
we
even
see
say that,
we see him play.
and then you can even say that Victor, there are no pieces in San Antonio. Like you got the mascot, you got that bat that Mano smacked out the air, and Popovich. Like that's all
Yeah,
that's
you
in San
got Pop.
Antonio right now.
Is Victor and the Wembanyama's in San Antonio?
And
Yeah.
Pop out there looking like Bill Murray.
Yeah. Hey, only thing that's stopping me out of the Zion Williamson episode.
I don't think. Hey man, that dude too. Hey, this kid is too polished and too smart, man. I'm telling
But
you.
he's already been a pro. He's been a pro.
Yeah.
He's been a pro. So, yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
We'll see. Look at Zoe. Vic would get. He would still get it. OKC is better. And plus the overseas agenda. Yep. So it'd be like that Melo and LeBron situation, man. But Chet is a story too, man. So I think that'd be interesting if Chet daggone performs well, like we think he go perform.
He won't.
It's gonna be a conversation, man. I think it's gonna be a conversation. But yeah, I think he'll still get it because it's him.
Chet Floyd is Adam Morrison.
Yeah. Well, Adam Morrison didn't stay in the league too. Yeah, I think Chet if he fails, his floor is definitely not Adam Morrison, man. I would say Christian Laettner. Christian Laettner was at least a dominant rebounder and a defender.
No, maybe Birdman. Birdman would be his floor.
Wow.
That's his floor. But his ceiling.
Let's watch the man play an NBA game first.
Please.
God damn.
Nah, dude, I'm not sold on. I'm not sold on any of them.
He ain't even play 1 minute of an NBA game.
Birdman. Birdman.
Let that man who
Birdman.
Let's see till about All-Star break, see where he's at. Because it's a foot injury coming back from. Those things ain't easy, especially being as tall as he is.
And he never knew where his feet was.
We forgetting how good he is.
He's nice.
He's just a miniature version of Victor. He just ain't 7'5", man. I think what is he, 7 foot?
7'1".
Yeah.
7'2".
I mean, Wembanyama being 7'5" is it's the difference between just think about the 5 inches from a regular 7-footer. It's the difference between 6 foot Chris Paul and a 6'6" DeMar DeRozan, man. Like that's 6 inches, man.
That 6 inches is a fool, ain't it?
It is, man. So this dude got the 7 foot, and then you know what? Let me give you a whole nother. You go from point guard to shooting guard with these 5 or 6 inches, and he just went to whatever. That is crazy, man. And then he moves like a guard. This dude is a crazy alien, man, for real. But let's go to the second pick, though. Go ahead. My bad.
Nah, I think he's gonna be the fulfillment of the hype that AD got coming out of college.
He could be for sure.
Oh wow!
He just got to stay healthy.
He
just got to stay healthy.
I think I do want to see that first game between him and Jokic, because I feel like he's gonna give Jokic fits.
He's gonna give everybody.
I feel like he's
almost unguardable.
I feel
Like,
like he gonna. I feel
yeah,
like he gonna work
before the
Jokic out.
horse.
Pause.
Yeah, putting the cart before the horse.
The NBA is doing it. I guarantee.
Look
you
at look at look at this.
San Antonio could be 0-40, and they getting a Christmas Day game. They getting watch when the NBA schedule come out. San Antonio will have a Christmas Day game, 100%, and it might be against OKC. Him going against Chet.
Look at the tape that we got of Vic so far. Like 7'5", and he moves way better than what Jokic does.
Yeah,
he's swifter, quicker, more fluid. He's like, I could just see like backing down in the post, a quick spin move, and Jokic is still over there where he left him at.
I mean, would he even need to go down in the post, man? I mean,
he can honestly do whatever he wants.
He can do some KD work depending on who guarding him, or he can do some Ralph Sampson work on the post. You know what I mean? He can do some dirt work in the mid post and hit them with a one leg turnaround. Like he got so much.
I mean, his ceiling we've never seen. You know, his floor may be Yao Ming, but his ceiling is and that's a damn great floor.
Yeah, we haven't. His ceiling is GOAT.
Yeah, his ceiling is definitely GOAT.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna give him all that though. We're not gonna.
I ain't trying to give it to him. I'm just saying that's his ceiling. That's his ceiling.
Hey, he may have a learning curve now.
He's gonna have to have a learning curve because the NBA is gonna be different than any league he's
ever played in before. They're gonna press him, and you know they're gonna give him that old rookie shove. So
we'll see, man.
But honestly, I think he might get those superstar calls in his first season.
No,
maybe. Not against the superstars. Not against some regular cats.
He'll get them against the Pelicans though for sure.
Hey, listen, no. So last night after the draft, I just thought real quick, like, what is that poster gonna look like when Zion dunk on that man?
Oh my God, that might end his career. He better not ever let that happen. Because they gonna be trying. They're gonna be trying.
Zion has already set up in his mind, I'm a boom on that nigga. And he's going to. And and it's gonna be crazy.
Everybody's gonna try, man.
And then Zion gonna miss the next 17 games after he does.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Zion gotta find the court to be able to dunk on somebody.
Hey, that motherfucker.
Hey, you know everybody was trying Yao Ming. Everybody wanted to.
Everybody.
Nah, hey, you want to know?
Hey, Shaq got him too.
Your rite of passage back in the day was Sean Bradley.
Everybody tried Sean too.
Next 17 games.
Listen, I've never
support court right after that
shit. I've never seen a mixtape of just one person getting dunked on until I seen Sean Bradley.
Oh shit!
I was like, it's a rite of passage. You gotta, they gonna tell you, we playing Sean tonight.
But Bradley was just tall, like he couldn't play ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if he wasn't 7'6", he wouldn't be in the league.
Yeah, Sean Bradley he was different. All right, let's go to the number 2 pick, man. Do y'all think the Hornets got it right? They took Brandon Miller.
Surprised.
They didn't take Scoot. Now the good thing about this is they don't have to have that question mark about, all right, Scoot 6'3", he's a point guard, but we already got a point guard. How we're gonna make this fit? And then we got Terry Rozier on the bench making about $28 million as a point guard. So all those things that you was gonna have to figure out, you don't have those issues now. You got a 6'9" guy that can play the 2 or the 3, probably some small ball 4 if he wanted to. He can shoot it, all that good stuff, man. So I mean, I guess it kind of works, man. We just got to wait and see. But I thought Scoot was a star, man. What y'all think? Was this the right pick or no?
Did y'all just go over Brandon Miller?
Yeah,
yeah. Hey, Brandon Miller is a 6'9" killer, no pun intended. He but he can shoot. He can shoot the lights out. He can shoot the lights. He can flat out play. I think Scoot is what the city of Charlotte needed anyway. Like he's a star.
Yeah.
Like he's a star. Like
but LaMelo is that though.
LaMelo's a star. Yeah, he is. But just imagine going to see that backcourt. Because you could make LaMelo a 2 guard. LaMelo, he can shoot.
Not on offense, man. His talent is too special, and he's a pass first guy. So I think he's natural. He can shoot. So he's natural at the one, being a playmaker. I think Scoot would have been natural as an off ball, even though undersized, like Kyrie Irving was playing off ball. He would have been off ball making plays with his scoring, and LaMelo would have been making plays with his passing. I think that would have been a good fit. The only question mark would have came in on the defensive end, who's guarding the big two, because Melo, his knock as a rookie in his second year was he wasn't defending well enough. And then he's kind of slight or framed too, so that would have caused a problem. But I don't know. I would try to figure it out.
So the answer of who was gonna defend the big guard, the answer was the big guard getting buckets. Like that's the answer. Nobody.
Or you make a decision on who the wing is. Like depending on what team you're playing. Let's say you're starting Melo, Scoot, and your three would have been Bridges, right? So whoever the best scorer would have been on the wing, Bridges would have guarded, right? And whoever the worst scorer would have been between the 2 and the 3 or the 1, Melo would have guarded, and whoever the smallest one was, Scoot would have guarded. So if we would have took that, the only issue you would have had if when you played somebody like the Clippers when they got 2 wings like that, they got PG-13 and Kawhi, you just would have been cooked. But when you playing, give me a squad like when you playing Denver, Melo can guard Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and Scoot can guard Jamal Murray, and then Bridges would have been guarding Michael Porter Jr.
So what are y'all saying? Y'all saying that y'all saying Scoot should have went to the Hornets?
Huh?
Y'all think Scoot should have went to the Hornets?
I think Scoot's the better player.
I think at number 2, the Hornets couldn't have went wrong with either one of them.
That's possible.
But Scoot, I think Scoot has a higher ceiling. I think Miller will have a quicker impact.
Yeah.
I mean when he the way at 6'9", the way he shoots is immediately going to change defenses. You immediately have to play them honest.
I agree. I agree.
With Scoot being undersized, like you can lag off and get LaMelo in the traps, and like the Hornets offense wasn't all of that anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'll work, but I also think that will kind of solidify that Gordon Hayward is on the next thing smoking.
He should have already been on the next thing smoking, man, especially for that salary. Like, they should be trying to trade that dude. Seriously.
Yeah.
They're not going to get nothing for him, honestly.
At this point, it don't even matter.
Look, they had 6 draft picks. You could have figured out a way to package one of those draft picks and say, you can get this, but you got to take Gordon too.
I mean,
anything except for that second pick. You can have all the other 5.
Yeah.
He ain't been the same since he broke his ankle.
Yeah, so. Of course, man. He's still good.
He'll still get some buckets, but not at that price.
Yeah, the problem ain't his play.
Rozier got to get out of there too.
Yeah, the problem is not his play. The problem is
those are bad contracts to have.
Yeah,
bad contracts to have on your team.
Exactly.
I think that's probably that probably weighed into the reason why they took Brandon Miller instead of Scoot, is because now you don't have to worry about having 3-point guards.
No, you should still get rid of Rozier. Like he got to go. Like, his contract to me is worse than Hayward's.
It might be. They both pretty bad.
That was Charlotte's fault for going and get him and pay him, and then just immediately drafting LaMelo Ball right after that. They kind of did themselves in with that.
Nah, but when you had LaMelo Ball right there in the draft, like, you had to draft him.
No, of course, but at that point, I don't know if you like, because he needed somebody to, because who's the other point guard at the time when they drafted LaMelo?
Okay, so this is how it went down. They had a decision to make on Kemba Walker in the contract year. Mm-hmm. And he was eligible for something close to the max, and Mike was like, man, I can't give you the max, man. You ain't even put us in the playoffs, so I can't even get you no help in this small market if I give you the max. So they let Kemba go, but then they turned around and went and got Rozier from Boston,
right?
And gave him close to the money what they could have gave Kimba, which was weird. And then they did a trade because I think no, they got Horton in a free agency from because both of them came from Boston. I think they got they might have traded Kimba for Haywood. I think, I don't know. And then they signed Rozier. It was very weird how they did it, but these two dudes are eating up most of the cap, man. Gordon Hayward is making 31 mil coming up next year, and Rozier is making 23 mil. And you got Rozier signed all the way to 25, 26 season.
But see, that's why the Rozier contract has to be moved first, because it's long term, and he's coming off the bench. We know that.
Yeah,
Gordon at least is a good rotational starter.
Does this help Phoenix at all? If they give up Ayton and his 30 mil for Rozier and another piece from Charlotte, because 23 mil for Rozier next year, and then someone else is making 7 mil like equal 30. So you got 2 for 30 instead of Ayton for 30. So would you trade Ayton to the Hornets for Rozier and maybe who else on the contract? Maybe PJ Washington.
I would do it and immediately release Rozier. Like, he never suit up.
I think he can help Phoenix though at point guard.
It's a really rough point guard situation.
They could trade him and get for the contract. They could trade. They could flip him for 2 pieces that they need. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they would need they need a backup wing. They need a backup wing. They need somebody on the wing.
A backup.
They need a big man if they get rid of Ayton.
Of course, but those are available.
I mean, big men are a dime a dozen now.
Yeah, those are available because you're not gonna need a big man to score. You just need him to defend and rebound, and be a live threat, and possibly maybe be able to knock down the jump shot. Because the floor gonna be so spread with those scores on the ring. But
they can get a wing and a big man by dealing with Cleveland. Cleveland got 2 of everything.
Yeah, but you don't even need to deal to get a big man. Dwight Howard's in Taiwan waiting. That's easy. If I got Ayton for 30 mil, I'd rather get Dwight for the mid-level exception instead of spending 30 mil for Ayton if he just go be catching lobs and rebounds. I don't need him to catch lobs and rebounds and then be soft on defense when you play against Denver and Jokic. I can't give you 30 mil for that if you can't help me stop Jokic and at least get him in foul trouble. I'd rather have Dwight.
Why does Ayton look older than LeBron?
You know how the old man's baby is. You know what I mean? You know, old man's baby. But Chris, was it the right pick or no?
Like Jay said, I don't think they could have gone wrong either way. I was surprised when I saw it. I was like, because for the longest time we just felt like they were sold on Scoop, right?
Yeah.
But it does kind of make sense because I feel like Charlotte feels like LaMelo is their point guard of the now and the future. You go draft another point guard as high as you drafted LaMelo last time. That kind of it taints the trust a little bit that you have with your guy. But you go get him some wing help, and it's like you're still our guy, and now we're showing you that we're building around you by going to get this guy, so your position is safe, and now we got something for you to work with.
That's a good point.
Miles Bridges coming back, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like we're giving you the keys.
That's a good point. So you saying Charlotte did what Green Bay should have did for A-Rod instead of going to get Jordan Love.
Yes. Absolutely.
Just thinking about that Charlotte lineup, like
I don't know what they're gonna do at 5. They might start their rookie they got in the second round at 5, maybe. But Mark Williams he just been floating around in the G League for no reason. I don't know what they're gonna do with Mark Williams. He plays good enough to be able to get on the floor, but I don't know what they're gonna do at 5. But I like LaMelo and Miller in the backcourt.
Not to mention they got Amari Bailey too. So that's Melo's
Yeah,
backup.
you know Amari Bailey, Jay. That's the dude that played for Sierra Cannon on LeBron's son team.
Mhm.
Who mama is like
Stacked.
But anyway,
Stacked.
he was the guy for that squad, and then he went. I want to say
UCLA
had a
for a year.
decent season. But another
Now,
thing.
what the reason why he didn't really, you couldn't really see much of him like that in UCLA is the little Mexican buddy that got drafted.
Jaime Jaquez,
Jaime.
or
Yeah. Nah, he liked that. He
that boy
liked that
cold.
for real.
I ain't gonna lie.
Like if he wasn't there, then you would have seen more what Bailey could do.
Mhm.
He came already to a ready-made.
Jaquez was hooping, especially in the tournament.
Yeah, that was already his team.
That boy was hooping, and he went. Did he go top 10 or top 15?
How many?
Top 15. Yeah, I think no.
He was a lottery.
I think he was right outside the lottery. Like I think he might have been like 17 or something like that.
What number did he? What y'all talking about?
Jaime Jaquez.
Yeah, I think he might have went like 16 or 17. I'll look it up.
I'm about to see right now.
George went 16. Jalen's Hood or somebody went 17. Jaime, it looked like Jamie or some shit like that.
Yeah.
He went 18.
He went 18.
Yeah.
18 to the Heat.
Yeah, I didn't want the Heat to take that pick. I was looking for the kid from Villanova to go there.
Cam?
Cam. They kind of plays like Jimmy Butler. I was looking for him because I think he fit the Heat culture a lot better.
So is Jaime a point guard or is he? What is he?
He's a
small forward.
He's a forward.
Oh man,
he's decent.
I like that. I like that in Miami.
But Miami, him being Mexican, man, that Latin culture.
But that ain't. But the Heat culture is something different, man.
Yeah, Spoelstra ain't playing that shit.
Man, Spoelstra got 2 years left too. Trust me.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this, Jay. Is if they do leave, it's not because they got fired. It's because they left.
So this is the thing that people not seeing the trend is now. The front office jobs are paying more without the headache of coaching.
Hey, Brad Stevens unlocked. He unlocked the code.
But he wasn't first. Actually, I think the first one to really do it was
Phil?
Quiet. It was old buddy. Well, Phil did it, but Walton, Bill Walton's son,
Luke Walton.
Luke Walton.
Well, Luke Walton sucked as a coach, though.
He wasn't horrible.
He was horrible with the Kings.
He wasn't good.
He was horrible with the Kings.
The Kings were horrible too, though. Like
he was horrible.
He didn't have any help.
Well, Walton only looked good when he was with the Warriors.
It's hard to get a owner to buy into a building process too. When they
especially with a rookie or new coach,
right.
Like
they ain't gonna be like, yeah, we're because I feel like they let go of what's my man, the 76ers. I feel like they let him go too quick.
Brett Brown or Doc Rivers?
Doc Rivers.
No, they let him go. They held on to him a little too long, actually.
No, I think they let him go too quick.
Shit.
I mean, I've never seen anybody. Doc Rivers is the Al Bundy of the NBA. That man living off pastime glory than a mother. You can't be both. You can't be successful and underachieving.
Yeah, I mean that it is successful. Like he took the 76ers to somewhere different. I mean they was taken serious as a real contender when they never was before.
Exactly.
Right. The only issue is, I mean, James Harden didn't like getting coached by Doc, and he got Doc fired. I mean, we just got to call a spade a spade.
I believe that's
true. I don't know, man. I think James Harden might have had something to do with it, but I mean, let's look at Doc's track sheet, man. Let's look at his track record.
All right.
All right,
He,
do it.
he got the ring in 08. That's cool.
Okay.
Right? You look at the teams the teams that he had in LA, and then the teams that he had here in Philly, and you can't even make so much as a
finals appearance.
A final, because I don't know. Matter of fact, I don't even think he made the conference finals.
It's only two of those a year. Remember, it's only two coaches that make a finals appearance a year. So you can't start grading a coach based on if they make a finals appearance or not.
No, but I'm saying you can't even make it to the conference finals.
So
is that not
at what point do we not say that that's not successful?
The conference
it is successful.
It's successful to not make the conference finals ever.
Look. If I come to a team who ain't made the conference finals with none of the coaches before me, how you grade me on not making the conference finals?
So a career second round exit coach is successful.
I've been to 2 finals with the Celtics and I won one.
Right.
There's literally nobody on any other teams before Doc or after Doc who has achieved it. You look at the Ty Lue got the job after Doc left. Ty Lue, what has he done?
Is that really Ty Lue's fault?
What has any other coaches done?
Before? Is that really Ty Lue's fault?
Yeah, but that's now you make an exception for Ty Lue that you didn't give for Doc.
Doc didn't have 2 superstars always injured.
He had the same 2 superstars that Ty Lue had, bro. Come on, man. He had the same. Paul George that said, "Man, the bubble makes my head up, man." That's why I played horrible. It was the same thing. You can say what you want about Doc, but he's a winner and he's a good coach. He's a great coach. The issue with Doc is I think some of his philosophy might be outdated. Like when Paul George had the interview, he said Doc used him and didn't use all of his abilities and talents. Like he had him coming off basically pin downs most of the year, catch and shoot situations. And
my problem with Doc is simple. It is he is a really good game planner, right? Before the game. Really like elite coaches to me can make in-game adjustments, and I don't see Doc doing that often.
I mean, it could be.
I still think he's a pretty good coach, man. I just feel like this just me. I'm going into my Malcolm X shit, but I feel like they don't give those black coaches as many chances as they do them other coaches. That's just me.
No, they don't. They don't. But Doc, I'm not gonna come fight for Doc for this because he gets jobs as soon as he get fired.
Yeah, that's true.
So he at least get an opportunity to fail and then try again. So he's getting multiple chances, So
your boy Chris team just threw the bag at Monty Williams.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
And him and the highest paid coach ever.
Yeah, but that's because they couldn't get nobody to come coach Detroit.
Do you know? You know why Monty chose Detroit?
They were like, "Well, jump in there."
The bag. We just said it. The bag.
It wasn't even because of that. So his wife got diagnosed with cancer, right?
Right.
He was gonna take a year off after he got fired from Phoenix. Right. But the Pistons, on top of the bag, offered him relocation assistance. They offered him a better health plan for his wife. They offered him the private jet services so that way they could fly him out. And he was like, they thought about more than just him. They thought about his family on top of the bag. And he was like, all right, cool.
Bet. Yeah, and that's a real good story. I would tell that story time and time again, but the truth is he denied that job because he didn't want it, and then they made the deal very sweet and he took it.
I don't know if he denied it.
Yeah, he said no. they reported that he said no. They reported.
Hey, tell Wilt's grandson stop being in the chat.
Zoe said stop caring for Doc. Man has MB and just made it to the first round. But he
Thank
also had the probably the number one choke artist in history when it comes to superstars in James Harden. And James Harden disappeared. And James Harden is making money. He's making number one money, and he's the number two behind Embiid, and couldn't be relied on. The game plan was for Embiid not to score. Boston had a unique game plan just for Embiid, and the referee facilitated it by saying, we're going to let you beat him up a little bit, right? At that point, your number two should be able to come and do some damage. And Harden wasn't able to do it. And that's the pattern that if you talking about a pattern, you say Doc got a pattern of teams not making it to the finals or conference finals, and James Harden has a finals, a playoff pattern of not showing up in big games.
Hey, but
James
Harden,
definitely doesn't have a pattern.
Two things can be true.
That's the new Harden. Harden, he living out past glory. Harden ain't the same Harden that he was when he was in Houston.
Right.
So Harden then got older.
Boy, I wish Zoe was here. Boy, he's speaking it.
Yeah, come on, Zoe. hit the link, Zoe. Let's go.
Your philosophy is outdated, then you're not a good coach. No, he's still a good coach, and his philosophy is outdated. I think his philosophy might be better suited for guys who have more of an old school game. Like Paul George said, man, he had him on pin. He was using Paul George on pin downs and catching shoots like Ray Allen. And Paul George he got ISO in his game, and he want to be able to ISO every now and then.
Doc Rivers' philosophy will be real good in the big three.
Now the problem is this: Doc Rivers can coach basketball. Coaching basketball tournament, he can't do.
There you go. That's it, and that's exactly what it is right there. Because James Harden wants to do what Luka is doing, and do all this stuff, and Doc is like, no, you go run my freaking offense.
He could,
if you want to be the point guard,
any team in college and make them a contender
for sure. And that's why Larry Brown went back to college after he was like, I can't coach in this league.
Yeah. So I wouldn't go as far to say he's not a good coach, but what I will say is he gets jobs off of pastime success.
Okay, I live with that.
I go with that. Go ahead.
Number 3 pick, Blazers take Scoop, probably the second best prospect in this whole draft. But now they got a issue where they got a plethora of backcourt guards. They got Shaedon Sharpe, they got Scoot Henderson, they got Dame, they got Anthony Simons. They probably got some more guys. They even got Nasir Little.
Two of them will be gone before Summer League.
All right.
Yeah.
Start with Chris.
They better hope they hold on to Dame.
So
tell me how they gonna manage this.
There's two scenarios, right? Both of them involve two people getting traded, right?
Okay.
The first scenario is they trade Simons and Sharp to get either draft picks or they do a 3-team trade and they get all-star caliber pieces to put around Dame and Scoot and actually build that team up properly, right?
And don't nobody want to go to no motherfucking Portland, no dog.
You ain't gonna have a choice if the GM like the deal, then the GM and you ain't got no trade clause. It's whatever.
I'm just saying.
The second option is that you trade Dame and you can have your pick of whoever else finally, and then now you just officially start to rebuild over there in Portland. But all 4 of them sticking around, and it's pretty. You're not trading Scoot. You just signed. You just drafted him. So it's like you either trading Simons and Sharp or Simons and Dame or Dame and Sharp, and it's probably gonna be Dame and Simons, honestly.
And I think it'll be either or. It won't be Dame and Simons. I think so. I think their first option and Dame's first option is to get me pieces here in Portland, because I think it's really important. Dame wants to win in Portland, but so he can continue to say, I didn't run from the grind. Right. So he don't want to put all that out there 2-3 years ago and say all that about KD and LeBron and then turn around and do it. So he's trying to avoid that. Get me the help now, which means that you have to get rid of all the redundant pieces and your best pieces to bring me a proven star right now that can help me. Right. So you're going to keep Dame and you're probably going to have to move Simons because they play the same position,
Right.
and probably even Scoot as well because they've been trying to trade Simons with the number 3 pick all summer. They sent the offer for Mikal Bridges to Brooklyn for Simons and the number 3 pick before the draft started. And Brooklyn said no. So they're trying to get him help, and he don't want no more small guards. He already had that with CJ McCollum. He's got that with Simons right now. Now you got another guard in Scoot that's small and also play my same position. So yeah, Scoot and Simons are the package that they're trying to send. They're not going to send Sharp because he's a 6'8" guy. I can help Dame. I don't play his same position, right? So keep me, but also get someone that with size, whether it's going to be down low or on the wing, that's already a proven star. Somebody like Paul George, Mikal Bridges.
And here's the problem with that. It's just easier to move Dame.
It really is.
That's true.
But that's the Blazers admitting that, all right, it's over. Let's start over with younger guys. And you're going to run into the same situation. You got younger guys. You're going to be losing. You got Sharp is a second-year player. Scoot's a rookie. Simons is this will only be his second year starting, but 4 year in the league. Like, they're so young. Then you're going to lose Jeremy Grant because he opted out of his contract. So you might be able to bring Jeremy Grant back. So if you trade Simons and Scoot, you come out there with Dame, whoever you get for Simons and Scoot, Jeremy Grant, Shaedon Sharp, and Nurkic. I like that a little bit better.
I think Dame is done too.
So Dame wants to win now.
Exactly.
They're not giving them the help to win now. They're not giving them the help to win now in Portland. Listen,
he ain't gonna win now in Portland.
They're going to send him away and get back an all-star level player and a future draft pick.
For sure, at least.
Yeah, at the minimum. So it's for the organization. If you're just looking at the organization, it makes more sense to move on from Dame.
I think so too. But they both been stubborn. They both trying to make it work.
But because I feel like the organization feels indebted to Dame.
Right. He the only reason people showed up to buy a ticket in Portland.
They definitely indebted to him. They owe him about $200 million more money on their contract.
Yeah, they
in debt for real.
They rather I could see them. Ooh. Dame to Phoenix for Booker?
Never happened.
No, that'll
never happen.
No,
they ain't gonna do it.
Would never happen.
Watch. Just keep watching. Dude, so what you got to understand that's going on now is we ain't never seen nothing like this. Teams are afraid of the new CBA, one, and then some teams are like, listen, we have to win now before everybody figures out how to win with the new CBA. And a lot of teams' windows are closing, and Phoenix window is really closing.
Teams and players' windows closing.
Yeah. So
you know what's more realistic is Dame to Miami. You either send Jaime or probably Tyler Hero, but Dame over there to Miami, Dame, Jimmy, and Bam. Now you actually have a real point guard.
If I got a chicken sandwich, you can't trade me a chicken nugget for a chicken sandwich. Like, if I'm Portland, I'm not giving Dame up for Tyler Hero.
Hey, hold that thought, because we got a whole segment just for Dame, man. So we gonna get the some of his destination possibilities and all that stuff. We got a whole segment.
My bad, bro.
But since you brought up trades, we'll go to one of the trades that shocked everybody, man. Jordan Poole getting traded to the Washington Wizards for CP3. Let's talk about both ends, starting with the Warriors first, man. What are they gonna do with CP3 on their roster?
Trade him.
He got to come off the bench if they keep him.
They're not going to keep him. That was not a keep him move. Like, that move didn't say keep him at all.
I don't know, because the Wizards didn't say that. The Wizards, we knew he was either going to get bought out or he was going to get traded, right?
You remember that summer, like, Carmelo got traded like 3 times, and then didn't even play the next year.
Yeah. They did Carmelo so dirty, man. Denver should have picked him up so he could get a ring. That's bullshit. I'm
I mean,
surprised, but
CP3 will never suit up for Golden State.
if they keep him, he will. But he's gonna have to come off the bench.
They're not gonna keep him. It was I don't want the Lakers or the Clippers to have him, and if they want him, they're gonna have to overpay. It was a Heights move. They wanted to get rid of Jordan Poole and that contract. They did.
So I'm hearing rumors that they might try to package a deal and go get PG-13.
Yeah, I started that rumor.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
You wouldn't do it. Wasn't you that I saw that on though.
Oh, well, that mean somebody else thinking like me then. That's good.
No,
it was one of them pages that I followed. They were talking about it was like CP3, Kuminga, and somebody else for PG-13.
That's cool.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna give my thoughts after Eric. I'm gonna give my thoughts on why I think that might be a possibility. Go ahead, Eric.
Nah, man. I think Kerr. I think after they seen how Poole played in that the playoff round, they threw fucking with Poole.
I think that was through messing with him before they seen him how they played. I think
from when Draymond punched him in the face, it was over.
Yeah, I think the way he played in the playoffs was a result of them effing with him. They was effing with him, and they was, you know what I'm saying, it was the locker room against Poole, except for the guys he got along with, most of the young guys like DiVincenzo and Kuminga and all that stuff. So this is what I think is going on with the Warriors. So we got Bob Myers that stepped down, right? And this is what I can see from the whole situation. Bob Myers was drafting players that was supposed to eventually take Draymond and Clay's place, right? They went and got Wiseman #1. They went and got Jordan Poole. They went and got Kuminga. They went and got Moses Moody, and then they traded for Wiggins, right? So these guys were supposed to be the guys moving forward with Steph in the future. What happened is Clay and Dre was like, hell nah, y'all ain't. We see y'all trying to replace us, and it created tension and almost like an internal war from the old regime, which was Curry, Steve Kerr, Draymond, and Clay, those 4 guys, against Wiseman, Kuminga, Poole, and Moody, those 4 guys. And Bob Meyer was the dude that was trying to replace those old guys, but keep Steph Curry, of course, right? And their internal war was, well, we're gonna make it obvious. We go muddy the waters. We're not gonna let y'all take our place. We ain't gonna let y'all get their money, all that stuff. And then when Poole still got that contract, according to some of the Warrior vlogs and radio stations I follow, they got inside sources saying that the only person who wanted to give Poole that contract was Bob Myers. They said Kerr, the owners, and the other players didn't want Poole to get their money. Poole was rubbing it in because he knew he was going to get their money. Myers wanted to replace everybody. That's why Draymond was pissed off at him. That's why everybody was mad at him. That's why Draymond punched him and all that stuff. And then he got the money, and then they just made it clear that we can't win without Clay and Dre, and Poole is not that guy. And Kerr helped them do that by taking his minutes away, messing with his shots, messing with his playing time, giving Clay way more of a leash than you gave Poole, pulling Poole every time he got a mistake. The radio stations was talking about Poole's body language and all that stuff, and they created that whole situation to get Poole out of there.
Hey man, you can say what you want to, bro, but when it's time to show up, you got to show up. I mean, you can say they pulled your minutes and all this, but if you seen him in that playoff game, that motherfucker was making some grave mistakes.
I seen Draymond in that playoff game the year they won it, right? So the year that the Warriors won it, Poole outplayed Draymond, and Draymond was the guy that looked like he needed to go.
I'm telling you, they're never gonna let Draymond go. Draymond is the heart and soul of Golden State.
Which is crazy, because I remember a day and time where the heart and soul of your team used to be your best player.
Yeah.
Imagine someone saying, "Hey, man, Michael Jordan the best player, but the locker room belongs to this guy."
The BJ Pack,
Horace
BJ
Grant.
Armstrong.
Right.
Horace Grant.
Yeah, the locker room belongs to Horace Grant. That don't even make sense to me.
Nah. And you know what? I wanted to have faith that, you know, Draymond would leave, they would trade him, they would cut him or whatever. They would rock with the new wave. But as soon as I'll tell you exactly the exact moment that Jordan Poole spelled his own destiny. It was in that Lakers series, and he hoisted up that 3 from the parking lot, and everybody was looking at him like he was crazy. At that moment, they was packing his shit.
Yeah, when I heard them press conferences after they got put out of the Lakers series, and Kerr was talking about we can't win without Draymond, and Steph was like the core 3, and Draymond was saying the core 3, and Clay was saying the core 3. I already knew what it was, and then when Bob Myers was like, "I'm out," I was like, "Yep." Bob Myers want to move on from them, and don't nobody else want to move on, and that's why they keep saying it in the media. We got to have Dre, we got to have Clay, we got to have the core 3. Because, and the Bob Myers was like, "All right, I'm out, man. I'm out. If that's what y'all want to do, I'm out." And as soon as he got out, they announced Dunleavy, and what Dunleavy do. His first order of business was whatever Joe Lacob and Steve Kerr was telling Bob Myers to do that he didn't want to do. That's the first thing Dunleavy did when he got in office.
Yeah, he was hired to do that.
Yeah. Yep. Are you willing to pull the trigger on this? Because Bob wouldn't. That's all it was.
I mean, I get it. I just think Poole could have he could have definitely proved all of them wrong. When the minutes that he did have, he could have did something with it.
And if he did do something with it, but they still lost to the Lakers, then what? They would have moved on from Draymond?
They may not have lost to the Lakers if he had to do what he was supposed to do.
Well, that tells me that he was the most important piece then. If they needed him to do what he needed to do, because last time I checked, when Draymond didn't do what he needed to do, they still won the championship.
Facts.
They benched Draymond against Boston.
Facts.
Straight up benched them.
Dante DiVincenzo outplayed Draymond Green.
Facts.
I get it. I'm just saying, when he had his opportunity, he didn't live up to the hype. And they gave him a bag.
Yeah, they did.
Steph and Clay was the catalyst for that championship. They was hooping.
And Poole.
Yeah,
because Poole. Remember, Steph didn't.
I would even say more Poole than Clay.
Yeah, it was definitely more Poole than Clay.
It was more Poole than Clay. Yeah.
Poole carried them the whole playoffs.
Draymond was nowhere to be found. Draymond was turning the ball over at a high rate. He was shooting inefficient as all hell.
Playing football.
Getting in foul trouble mad early.
Draymond is the attitude, and obviously he wants that on the team. So
Draymond was playing the wrong sport. I sing football. I sing Roman Greco wrestling. I sing all that on the court. It wasn't enough basketball being played by Draymond.
Like Draymond, man.
I like basketball, man. So when I see high level basketball being played, I'm gonna go with that. And
you still mad about Draymond stepping on a motherfucker? You still.
If we being honest, man, I don't think Draymond has ever really played a high level of basketball.
Nah, he played high level basketball. He's a good player. He can hoop. He can hoop. He just not worth the money that when I see people overinflate him.
That's loyalty money.
I get that. Yeah, that's a business move saying, look, man, you made my company worth you was a part of the guy who made this worth $4 billion.
Exactly.
I gotta break some bread with you for that. But as far as if we just talking basketball, if I'm the basketball guy and the owner was like, look, do what's best for basketball, forget being loyal. They done made us the money. We already billionaires now. Forget it. You know, he already got the money. You know, he already got paid. We're not about to pay him again. I'm moving on from Draymond for basketball purposes. What Bob Myers was trying to do was to make them a formidable team for the next 10 years. Mm-hmm. And what Steve Kerr and the core 3 is trying to do is make sure that they're good for the next 2 years. Because what we did for you the last 10 years.
I'd say that's a fact.
I think them winning that ring last year was a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Because it was a blessing because it's like, you know, it just shows like when they're healthy, like because we saw the years without Clay, we saw the years that Steph got hurt, and then they were like one of the worst teams in the league. And they kept on telling everybody, like, wait until we get healthy. and they stood on that, right? So everybody was like, yeah, Golden State is still a dynasty. The curse is now that because they seen that they got it out the mud, just them, they feel like they can continue to do that again. And it's like, nah, you got to understand, like, that was a win for the nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not gonna be able to continue to do it just like that.
Yeah.
Y'all have to adapt. Y'all have to, change with the times. And it
That's the
doesn't
last
seem
one
like
they'll get.
that is the last one that
that's
they'll
the last
get.
one they get. And they don't. And the bad part about it, I don't know if they don't believe it or they just saying it so they can get their money. But it sounds like they don't believe that's the last one they go get. And to your point, Chris, about Golden State Warriors still being a dynasty, they don't even believe Golden State is a dynasty. They think Dre, Clay, Steph, and Kerr is the dynasty. Just those four guys. They don't get no respect to Iguodala. They don't get no respect to KD. They don't get no respect to how good Sean Livingston was for them. David West, Leandro Barbosa. None of those guys get the respect for what they did for Golden State. It's just those three players and Steve Kerr. That's it.
Well, here's
That's
the
the
reality,
Mark Jackson,
bro. Here's the reality.
And Mark Jackson.
They feel like them are the core. They feel like they can put pieces around them. They feel like that those four are the core. They feel like that's what they need to build. That's the foundation. That's what they need to build on.
Yeah, and wrong
that's
about
why
that.
That's why I said that last ring is also a blessing and a curse, because now it's like it's reminiscent of the first ring that they got together.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying, like,
that was the NBA's way of, like, it was their swan song.
Exactly.
A severance package, because
same way Tom Brady got his, and he should have retired after he got into Tampa Bay, but he was like, "No, I'm gonna try to get another one." The NFL was like, "We just gave you we gave you an opportunity to ride out like MJ did, and you trying to steal another one? No." And it failed. And
honestly,
well,
Tom had the best situation, because they was like,
now he got a gift that the Chiefs' offensive line went down. He got a gift. He would have lost.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. As soon as they said that Tom was going to Tampa Brady and the Super Bowl was in Tampa Bay, nobody else was winning the ring. That was it. They was like, "Oh, we get a chance to have Tom Brady do something that ain't never been done in history.
Yeah,
win the Super Bowl in your home stadium."
That's a game that I block out mentally.
Yeah. Hey, but last thing I say about the Warriors, man, is the dynasty is not the core three, Eric. The dynasty is Curry. That's what people don't really realize.
Yeah,
it's
for
Curry.
Sure.
And when you have a player like that, you should be able to.
I'm saying that's what they believe.
Exactly. That's what they believe. That's what they think. But the Warriors owner need to understand.
They fell off.
Yeah. And Draymond don't play basketball.
Draymond ain't. You ain't looking for Draymond to score no big points.
No.
Well, the problem is that Curry won't, like, he won't step up. Like he riding with his guys, but he doing it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So with the young guys too, I believe he's placating to them, but then going back to, the core three and like, nah, nigga.
That whole stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He won't take a stand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Give me my leaders like Mike and Kobe.
Exactly.
You know exactly where you stand with them.
Yeah.
Give me that type of leader.
It's always better when you can put your best player and the leader in the same body. You get what I'm saying? Like, okay, Jordan and Pippen, they ran their locker rooms. Even when Shaq was in LA, Kobe was like, "Look, man, hey, at some point, big fella, you gotta give it up. This me. I'm the new young gun. So."
And that man told Shaq tells a story about he said, "Hey man, Kobe, pass me the damn ball." And Kobe said, "Man, you want the ball? Get the rebound."
Yeah, go get a rebound.
That I like that.
I'm shooting this one. I'm letting you know. Now, if you was in shape, you could get those rebounds and dunk them.
Yeah. Now show me a team where they had a lot of success for a long time that also allowed a voice to be louder in the locker room than your best player. Even with Tim Duncan, they was careful about who they bought in that locker room, because we're not about to bring nobody that's going to be louder than Duncan.
But it's crazy because Tim Duncan kind of learned how to lead from David Robinson, like that same quiet, still voice.
Right.
But you knew who the guy was
when he spoke. It was time to listen.
And then David Robinson, after carrying that franchise and city on his back for a decade, he gladly just handed the keys to the city to Tim Duncan. He didn't even make him work for him.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know, and that's why I love the Admiral, man. He really, you know, he was that guy. Like he was like, nah, man, those are young wheels right there.
Yeah.
Right. I'm done.
And you would think with Steve Kerr playing with that Mike and Scotty Bulls, that he would try to instill that and Steph be like, Steph, like you're the guy.
So personality, like you can't change a guy's personality. I don't care how good of a coach you are. People are who they are. You know what I'm saying? And I think he realized that because the little incident that they got when Jordan punked him, Jordan was trying to make him a man that he wasn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, so
that you can't make him who he's not. And let's be real. Even though Kerr played with all them people, Kerr was really a role player too.
Yeah, he was.
Absolutely.
He was a role player for his best years, but he was below a role player at some a lot of his years because you know he played in
San Antonio. He was
and he got hit in his eye too. He understands.
In San Antonio, he wasn't even a role player. He was just a guy that had a jersey.
Yeah,
he was the right place, right time guy.
Mm-hmm.
Right, exactly.
How y'all think Poole go do in Washington though?
Dog shit. And it's not even his fault. It's the fact that it's Washington. They just unloaded everybody.
Poole will ball out. I think Poole and Kuz could ball out, but they won't win games.
Kuz ain't staying there.
They ain't gonna win no games. They might have some good stats. They ain't gonna win no games.
Listen, Jordan Poole is gonna average 35, and then the Wizards is gonna have 40 total points.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm cool with that though. I mean, I don't think Poole is a number one. But
the Wizards, who did they draft? Who did the Wizards draft?
If it ain't Jesus Shuttleworth, it ain't gonna work.
Hold on, I'm about to tell you. They drafted Walker, Jarace Walker, No, they traded him to the Pacers.
Ain't no rookie go help Poole, but Poole will be able to.
Bilal, the old buddy who played with Wembley, he they new guard.
Oh, Cobley,
yeah,
something like that. The French, yeah, he nice.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I like him. I do like him.
Listen,
yeah.
Washington. This is not bold, but Washington won't finish last in the East.
They might not.
You know, I wish I could say something more, more outrageous, but that's as far as I'm willing to go. They won't finish last.
Nah, hey, last place belongs to the Pistons. It's theirs to lose. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's theirs to lose.
Nah, listen, man. The Pistons actually have a lot of good players.
They do.
They do.
They just
Cunningham coming back.
And I like that. I like the draft. I was good with either of the twins, but the one that can shoot, because we need some shooters.
No, there's not one that can shoot. They don't. It's twins, not triplets. It's not one that can shoot.
No, Asar was the shooter. The shooter and the defender. Amen was the athletic one.
Listen, there's not one that can shoot. Now one can shoot better than the other one. But ain't neither one of them confused with shooters. Listen to me. I'm telling you. They'll tell you. Like, it's not one that can shoot.
Oh, that's crazy, man. All right. The other trade, man, that was a head scratcher was I wouldn't even say it wasn't
a head scratcher. That was fire.
That was a good trade for who?
For Boston.
I think so too, man. So
hold on. Washington got they got Tyus.
They did get Tyus.
Yeah, and
Washington's gonna be okay.
And they got 2 draft picks from that too.
Washington's gonna be okay.
I was surprised that the original trade was supposed to be Malcolm Brogdon, but he had some medical issues that stalled that trade out, so they had to send Marcus Smart. But I was like, Marcus Smart works for Memphis right now because you ain't got no point guard for 25 games. But that's a new big three. I don't care what nobody say. That's a new
in
big
Boston.
three in Boston.
But I like it for the Grizzlies too, because they told Dylan Brooks that we can't pay you what you asking for. We're gonna let you go. But the toughness that he brought to the team even gets tougher and better with Marcus Smart, because he gives you a little bit more offense, a little bit more experience, a little bit more toughness, right? And like you
better
said,
scoring.
they get to plug him in at the point guard while Ja Morant's gone, and then they get to slide him to the 2 when Ja Morant comes back.
I seen a post that said that the Grizzlies got what Dylan Brooks thought he was.
They could say that. That's fine. I think I like Dylan Brooks as a piece, and hopefully they able to bring him back. Maybe they can mend that relationship and they bring him back. But just think about that. Defensive player of the year this year, and Jaren Jackson Jr., defensive player last year, and Marcus Smart. That mentality of whoop that trick, Memphis toughness, all that stuff. The stuff that Zach Randolph, Gasol, and Tony Allen had is back in Memphis, man. That mindset is back in Memphis. I like them moving forward.
That was a dirty Memphis that you just mentioned right there. I hate that they didn't do nothing better than what they did, man.
Yeah.
Tony Allen, one of the
defenses. John Morant play this season, so.
Hey, Jay Wife just fed him I wish somebody come in here and feed me with like, baby, you in here out here serving takes. Let me serve you. I like that,
man. How you figure? How you figure? Did you see it?
Okay, because I ain't see your hand didn't come up. So you just leaned up. You just leaned up. I was like, oh, that I know the lane of let me get a piece of that anywhere, man.
Right.
It was a mini sweet potato pie.
Look, God.
Hey, look, and it was like that. But,
I bet it was.
But he go. This is what I was about to say. 20 games before Ja Morant's suspension is up. Brown will be traded. It's not gonna work.
Who gonna be traded?
Brown, Jaylen Brown. Is his name Jaylen? What's his name?
What they got to do with Ja Morant's suspension though?
Yeah, I don't see that.
What they got to do with Ja Morant's suspension?
I'm just saying before the 25 games, before they get to 25 games, when they see that doesn't work, they're gonna add a piece to that. So it's gonna be Tatum, Porzingis, and somebody else, and then it'll work.
25 games is not enough to watch this trio work out. You have to build the chemistry now. Like this, if there is a trade, it's not going to happen until the trade deadline because
so you got to remember there's already a problem in Boston with them two playing together. That's already their problem.
But that problem is outside people looking in saying it's a problem. It's not a problem between Tatum and Brown.
They know what their positions are respectively. They know that
they both want to be number one.
No, they know that Tatum is the number one. They know
I think
Brown is the viable number two for when Tatum doesn't show up.
I think Brown has accepted his fate as the number two. I think this year was Brown trying to prove that he was worth the contract that he gonna be asking for this summer. Once he get that contract, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, I think once he get the money, I think it'll be fine too.
And a healthy
wait. Trade him to Portland and bring Dame in.
Now that's something.
Wait a minute.
Now that's something right there. That's something. And I don't even know why I ain't even think about that.
Would it be a signing trade or would it be just straight up?
It had to be a signing trade, but Portland's not gonna do it.
No.
Portland's not gonna pick up Jaylen Brown for Dame?
No.
But
they should.
It fixes both of their problems and makes both of them better.
Because I think Boston got some picks in all this too. So if they throw the picks in with Jaylen Brown, is that not good enough to land Dame?
No,
I
don't think Portland not that smart. If Portland is smart, they would do it.
No, as a history, I remember Portland drafted at number 2 when Jordan was sitting there. Like they have a history. They drafted at number 1 when Durant was sitting there. They have a history of not being smart.
Yeah. I don't think they can look at this and be like, man, we got to move Dame because we can get the 28 points Dame was giving us. I guarantee you can get that from Anthony Simons. You not 28. I'm lying. You can get 24 from Anthony Simons at the point. You can get another 24 from Jaylen Brown at the 2.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. So you can get 48 from the backcourt, but right now what you're getting is a lot of Dame giving you 28 or 30, and you're only getting 15 from Simons.
But watch this. You move because Brown can kind of be like a hybrid 3, and you move Scoot in at 1. Simons at the
I don't want Simons at the 2. Portland have to move away from that small backcourt. It never worked for him. Simons cannot be the 2. Simon has to be your 1. Brown is your 2. Scoot can be instant offense off the bench, just like the point guard I but
Scoot too. He too much of a star to come off the bench.
He a rookie.
Scoot.
I don't care about none of that.
But listen, man. Listen, I'm telling you, a dang for Brown instantly fix both of those teams' problems.
I agree. Now, if Portland countered you with this, Eric, and said, "Nah, we won't give you Dame for Brown, but we'll give you Scoot and Anthony Simons for Brown."
I take it. I still take it.
I take it.
Yeah, that you would be a fool not to take that.
Yeah, I take that. Take it. But I honestly don't believe, this is just my own personal belief, and I know we coming up to Dame later.
Oh,
but
hold on, whoa. So then you would be pairing Brown and
Dame.
Shit.
And then if you do that, you might as well go ahead and re-sign Grant. So imagine
you have to re-sign Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, imagine coming out on your wing with Dame, Brown, and Grant. Those defenders are crazy.
Hey, but listen,
right?
Listen.
Yeah, you won't score on the perimeter.
I don't think Dame want to be in Portland no longer. I think Dame want to ring now.
Now he would prefer it in Portland.
Yeah, he preferred in Portland.
Yeah, I know he would.
Yeah,
but honestly, I think him at this current point in time in his career, because he's 32.
Yeah,
he's seriously thinking about like, yo,
and injury prone.
Where I can get a ring at.
Yeah.
And Boston is always, they're gonna be in that number this year.
What Westbrook doing?
Westbrook?
Looking for we'll talk about that with the free agents. We'll talk about some of the
because you could bring him in to Portland for off the bench.
I don't think nobody that's in contender should be bringing in no Westbrook. That's just my opinion.
Nope.
Or who want to be a contender.
Man, listen, Westbrook did great in LA.
Yeah, he did. He did as a off the bench.
Yeah, as a desperation. Oh man, we ain't got no choice. I mean, at this point, Westbrook is foreskin. You know what I mean? You don't want it, you know, but I mean, if you got it, okay, it's cool. Just keep it clean.
Oh shit!
Wow.
This man just said,
"Wow." Wow.
Hold up, man. Did you just call my man? Did you just call my man Westbrook extra thick skin right now?
We don't want it, but if you got it, just keep it clean. Bro, first of all, why does your mind work like that?
What? And he doing ads for Manscaped.
You need something gentle to get around that foreskin? Manscaped has got the trimmers for you, man.
But look, this is the thing though. Y'all know exactly what I meant when I said it though.
Yeah, no, I mean it was a fair point.
Yeah.
But
I mean that's like
we just want to know like your mind went there. That's all.
That's an extreme analogy. Like you couldn't come up with nothing else.
Okay, we'll come up with something else on the fly like that. That's is good.
He the booty butt of the bread.
It's just
yeah. I give you that, Chris. Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, and that goes over a lot easier. Call it my extra dick skin.
He's the booty part of the bread, man. He's there
that's the same thing. That's the same thing. Inbred is the same thing as
foreskin. They
serve the same purpose.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you prefer not to have it,
right? But if you got it,
you gotta have it,
right?
You gotta have it.
Keep it clean. That's it. And if you got Westbrook on your roster, and okay, we got him. I mean, you got to keep him clean by making him play in a kind of in a box, man. But you can't let him go full Westbrook. Don't let him go full
Yeah,
retard.
you can no longer get the keys to the offense to run.
Nah.
you can't do.
I need to be able to sit you down when I need to.
That's a whole different story.
Yeah,
but
never go full retard. All right, we already talked about Dame, man. So we can go straight to the free agents, man. Since we talking about Portland anyway, let's talk about some of these guys. They got a ranking list on a lot of websites, man. But the top 10 is kind of consistent. So I'm gonna mention some of the guys is the top free agents, and Grant is one of them. And I think he made about 22 mil with Portland last year. So he's probably gonna be asking for at least that or a little bit more. So do you think Grant is worth between 20 and 25 mil a year? And then if so, what team do you think should sign him?
Phoenix.
They ain't gonna be they gotta be able to get rid of Ayton's contract to do it though.
I think Aiden is on the way
Well,
out. You don't keep
hey,
Aiden this season.
Hey, they can let Aiden motherfucking ass go.
Yeah, but they gotta trade him. So it'll be a look if Phoenix did it. I like that because I actually want Phoenix to do it. I think that they would have to negotiate with Portland. Portland would have to agree to a sign and trade. Grant would have to agree to a sign and trade to Phoenix. So Portland to sign him, trade him to Phoenix for Ayton, and to make the money right, they're gonna have to find probably another 7 mil.
They had to get another dance partner.
Yeah, so there'll be a 2-for-1. So Portland, I have to send over 2 guys. I think it might even work with Nurkic because and you have to send Nurkic if you're bringing in Ayton because you don't want both of them. So imagine Grant, Nurkic for DeAndre Ayton and probably a draft pick.
That's fire for a starting 5, but you have no bench.
They still got time for that, and that's what the mid-level exceptions are going to be about. If you can solidify that starting 5, and then you can go get mid-level exceptions, you can do that for your bench.
But that'd be a fire starting 5. I'm not gonna lie. Booker, Bill, KD, Grant, and Nurkic.
You need a bench.
You do need a bench.
Need a bench.
But that's
we didn't learn that. We didn't learn Phoenix. We learned that you need a bench.
For sure.
Porzingis been healthy though. He played 65 games this past year and was balling out. Had 20, 23, and 10.
It's amazing.
He played for Washington, so we ain't see it.
Yeah, it's amazing what a player can do when they're not just sitting out there just waiting for Luka to finish dribbling the air out the ball. You know, it's amazing what the numbers they can put up, and when you putting up numbers, when your body just feeling good, sometimes you able to play through some injuries. You know what I mean?
Hey, what they gonna do with Dylan Brooks?
That's a good question. We'll get to it, but so I mean, Grant though, like other than Phoenix, I think Phoenix is a good one for a sign and trade, but for somebody to sign him straight up that might have the money available, is there any?
So
the Clippers.
So the honest answer is an abyss, and what I mean by abyss is, Detroit, Houston, Orlando.
He's not going back to Detroit.
So a non-contender.
A non-contender would pay him the money that he wants.
Right, he wants the money.
Yeah. Is Portland the option for him at this time?
It depends on how they do the trade situation.
Yeah. Portland can't be an option to anybody till they figure out the Dame problem.
Exactly.
Facts.
But once they figure it out, if Portland got in bed with Boston and made those moves, that would be the next logical thing to do is go get Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, because I feel like Jeremy Grant. I feel like the rest of the people that they really talking about, I think they already spoken for. To be honest with the free agents, Draymond going back to
Golden State.
Going back to Golden State.
Yep.
Harden's going to go back to the 76ers.
You think so? We're gonna get to Harden. What about Middleton?
Barnes is going to go to the Kings. Kyrie staying in Dallas. So you got
Who going to the Kings?
Harrison Barnes.
Okay.
He don't even count.
He should. I think Harrison Barnes would be a great piece for a lot of teams that's contending. I mean, if Caldwell Pope and Aaron Gordon did what they did for Denver, Harrison Barnes is an amazing piece. They should have beat Golden State, man. It was just too much referee help. But the Kings,
referee boy,
the King, yeah, even Trey Lyles, man. So let's go there. You mentioned Harden. I don't think he's coming back to Philly. This is why Nick Nurse. I don't think Nick Nurse likes that style of play, and his point guard from Toronto, Van Fleet, is a free agent. I think they'll rather give him the money. I think the only thing that's stopping that from happening is that Harden has such a good relationship with Daryl Morey, who is the GM in Philly. So if they're able to figure that out, I don't think Harden is coming back to Philly.
So where do you think he'll go?
Shoot, that's a good question.
Talking about going back to Houston. I mean, I don't know what good that does though.
He now, for a guy that say he's chasing the ring and he won a championship and he want to win, he daggone sure making this offseason about money. And I wouldn't even be surprised if he say, look, I'm just gonna concede winning and go get this bag and end up on a team that's not a contender.
Yeah,
that's possible.
It's really hard to kind of say what team James Harden will fit in because
I mean,
his style of play is very Luka-esque, and it's just like nobody really wants to play that unless you and anybody who does want to play that has a player that plays that already.
Yeah,
but he realizes that this is the last time he can convince people to give him a lot of money at one time.
Yep,
exactly. Like he realized this is his last big contract.
Yep, definitely his last one. Zoe must have just caught that foreskin analogy.
Yeah, but Kyrie staying in Dallas.
I don't think so.
I think Kyrie staying in Dallas, bro.
I think if he would,
ain't nobody fucking with Kyrie right now.
Now, listen. If Kyrie would stay in Dallas, but Luka would have to play his natural position,
which is small forward,
and then bringing in Lively the second from Duke, shout out to him, and into the Dallas fold. They actually would have a really good team.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why I don't like that Lively pickup, because Lively is not the offense like a Porzingis or a Wembanyama and like that. He's pretty much either between Tyson Chandler or JaVale McGee, and you already got JaVale McGee on your roster, and he couldn't play because you was wanting to play shooters like Maxi Kleber and what's the other shooter name? Bertans. They wanted to play those guys for the Luka ball. For Luka ball, McGee couldn't get on the floor, and you just drafted McGee again.
Nah. Lively got some outside J work. Pause.
Yeah, but not Maxi Kleber work. Like for Luka ball, you need a 3-point shooter.
They're not. Listen. That draft pick ought to let you know that they have conceded that Luka Ball will never bring a championship.
Okay, so if they're not playing Luka Ball next year, I like the pick then. I don't like it for Luka.
They're not playing Luka Ball next year.
I hope not.
They can't. I mean that brought the Rock. Kyrie wouldn't come back for Luka Ball.
I
agree.
So if you got if you re-sign Kyrie, then you know for a fact they're not playing Luka Ball.
So
and the only person and Luka just has to realize, and if he watched LeBron this year, he realized that he can save some miles and add some years to his career. His stats wouldn't be as inflated, but he'll still be an all-star.
Yeah. Did you see how at age 38, LeBron's defense from Miami just all of a sudden appeared when he stopped playing Bron ball? Ain't that magical how that happened? Like, okay, I'm gonna stop putting all my energy into doing everything on offense, and all of a sudden I'm a top defender again. LeBron's defense was amazing this year, especially in the playoffs. his defense was crazy good, man. I enjoyed watching LeBron play this year, man.
Yeah,
100%.
they didn't lose in the playoffs because of him.
No, not at all.
They actually lost because Denver's just a better team.
Exactly.
And they were all competitive games. They were all competitive games.
Yeah. They lost because they didn't turn up the daggone pressure on Jokic, man. I never seen you ever seen a quarterback that's really good and you playing a team that keep sending them 4 and they ain't sending no blitz, they ain't giving no pressure to him. He's gonna pick you apart. That's how I look at a Jokic when I see a player guarding him at arm's length away.
Yeah, that's like Mahomes.
Yeah, you gotta guard him with physicality.
Here's the thing, though. It's different than Mahomes, though, because if you send the blitz at Mahomes, he gonna cook your ass, sure shit.
Yeah, he gonna razzle dazzle.
You got to get to him with 4. You have to get to him with 4. So
he's dangerous. He's dangerous because his plan A is being a pocket passer. His plan B is razzle dazzle, and he's an A plus at both of them.
How the fuck we get talking about Mahomes?
Because your mic off.
Yeah, your mic off. That goddamn supersonic and JJ Fad motherfucking mic you got.
I know you're not talking to me with that leather condom on your head.
That motherfucker got the JJ Fad goddamn MC Light Roxanne Shantae first mic on.
If you get a phone call, your shit is getting fucked up.
Hey, so Kyrie.
Oh shit!
So everybody thinking that it's Dallas or nowhere else, or is it a sign and trade with Dallas? Because I know
it would have to be a sign and trade because I think they gave up so much to go get him.
Nah,
it would only be right to respect him. But like, I know I don't want to stay here, but let's get you something for it because I could just walk away. But like,
man, they suspended that man. The league suspended that man for sharing a link, bro. He don't owe nobody nothing.
So you saying if they can't come to an agreement in Dallas, he's not gonna allow them to sign a trade. He's just gonna walk.
He can.
He definitely can.
He's unrestricted, so he can walk. But I think it's just the respect factor. Is like Dallas gave up a lot to get him, so it's just
but they had to get it up anyway because they wasn't winning with that. So let me go ahead and load.
I'm talking about the draft capital because they gave up a lot of picks too. Brooklyn got a lot of picks out of that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's their fault. Tell your GM don't draft nobody with 38 games left on their contract.
Yeah,
don't trade for nobody with 38 games left.
I think Mark Cuban and the GM in the front office, they really believe that they could get a deal done with Kyrie in the offseason, but you have to go in knowing the possibility of him being a rental.
Now, listen, Kyrie is holding them hostage with, are we playing Luka ball or are we playing regular basketball?
And you know what? I like that point, Jay, man. And I hope that's what he's doing. I hope he's saying, look, I want to play a sophisticated offense. Can you get Luka on board with this or not? You know, because if we coming out here playing Luka ball, I'm out.
Right. Hey, I think Luka would get.
And again, the draft to get Lively, and it's crazy that Dallas did that too, because Lively was there when they picked that 10, and they actually traded for, like, he got picked at number 12 and they traded. So they got another pick in return just for doing that when they could have just got him when he was sitting there at 10, but he wasn't a top 10 prospect or top 12. But if they I think they drafted Lively to kind of tell Kyrie, look what we're doing. I'm telling you, you don't grab that guy if you're playing Luka ball. He doesn't see the court.
I get it, man.
He'll be on the Dallas Broncos or whatever their G League team is.
Yeah, I agree.
So you think Lively give you that much more than McGee?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Because Lively was hurt at the beginning of the year, but he came out of high school as the number one pick. So he had a foot injury, which again it's hard to come back from. So he didn't really show what he could do until like February, and then he was moving.
Yeah, he's a lob threat from what I've seen, but so is Willie Cauley-Stein.
A lob threat. He got in February we played against Carolina. He had 8 blocks. He's 75% shooting with in the lane. So he's very efficient, and then he's I think one out of every three of his misses, he'll get his own offensive rebound. So like, I mean,
Right.
what more do you want from a
We'll see.
7-1 guy?
We'll see.
Hey, I'm telling you, that's the only people we really talking about. Dylan Brooks, don't nobody want him.
Hell
D'Angelo
no.
Russell. Now, Chris Middleton, I don't know where. I think he's going to stay with Milwaukee.
Now he gone.
You think so?
He wants. I think he'll go to a 9-contender because he's ready to show he can be a number one if he can stay healthy. He's ready to show he can be a number one.
Yeah, he's getting older.
But he can't be a number one.
Yeah, he's getting older. I don't see him as a number one.
Why does he think he's a number one?
But first of all, I never liked him at a number two, but he proved that he was at least that. You know, them guys, man, they'll bet on themselves, man.
As you should.
Bro. That motherfucker's old.
He looks a lot older than what he actually is.
He's 32.
He looks about 39, 40.
Yeah.
That motherfucker do got like he smokes cigarette face though.
That man look like somebody uncle at the wreck.
So he opted out of 40 mil.
Yeah.
Middleton did, right?
So
let's talk about Milwaukee. So Middleton opted out of a $40 million contract, and Lopez is a free agent. So either Middleton is doing them a favor opting out, and he's going to sign for longer years with less money than 40 mil. If he does that, cool. But they still got to re-sign Lopez, or he might walk and go somewhere else, right? Now
they fired the coach, bro. It ain't a favor. He ain't doing that as a favor. He doing it because he didn't. This is protest.
Okay, so well, he turning down a lot of money because who else go give him anything close to 40 mil?
No, I think he might be doing it as a.
It's a GM in Detroit that would give him 50.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
That's Chris's team. You know,
no, it ain't.
Chris known to have fucked up teams. So hey, go ahead.
No, it ain't. They not paying him no 50. They're not paying him.
Would you give him 30 for 4 years
in Detroit?
In Detroit, right now with Cade Cunningham, Ivy at the 1, Cade at the 2, Middleton at the 3, Duran at the 4, Wiseman at the 5.
30 every year.
Yeah.
You give him 30?
27, 28.
No,
that's tough.
At 2 mil, you bullshit.
I don't know, man. Because 30. I mean, I feel like 30 million is like
he brings vet championship leadership into your locker room. You don't have any of that.
Understandable, but 30 million is like almost for like your number one option. Is what you
but but your number one option is Cade, and he on a rookie contract. So by the time you got to pay him, you know.
So do you think you pay this number one money for Middleton, and then
if your number one is on a rookie contract, you can get away with it.
Okay,
you give him 30 million.
I could do 30 million for 4, but
yeah,
I think
three, maybe.
Yeah,
with a 4-year option. With a
4-year player option. Give it to
team option. Team option.
Yeah, team option.
Yeah.
Because
that's gonna be the year you got to sign Cade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody else, I don't even see. Hey, I mean, D'Angelo go to 18, but nobody's fucking with D'Angelo Russell and Dylan Brooks right now.
I think Middleton is doing this for a favor, though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He might be. But what about this guy right here, Kyle Kuzma? 21 points a game, 7 rebounds, 4 assists as the number 3 option in Washington behind Bill and Porzingis. He opted out of his deal. He was only going to be making 13 mil if he opted in.
Who we talking about?
Kyle Kuzma. So do you think Kyle Kuzma opting out was a good idea? Can he get 20 to 25 on a good team or any team?
Nah, there's a lot of teams where he could get 20 to 25.
Yeah.
There's probably a good team where he could get 20 to 25.
Talking about him though.
Huh?
Nobody's even talking about him though.
I would be. I would love, bro. If like I'm thinking of it this way. Cause all right, so I was talking to Chris about this 2 days ago, right? The Denver Nuggets just won a championship. Aaron Gordon is making 19 mil a year. Caldwell Pope is making 15 mil a year, right? And I'm thinking in my head, I wonder if Kuzma was in Caldwell Pope's place on that Denver roster. Would that be even a tougher team to win against? Or or if Kuzma was on the Kings roster, would they have beat the Golden State Warriors?
You know what? So
I'd send them back to LA.
I've been thinking.
Send who back to LA?
Kyle.
No.
And let Rory hoot him out. Nah, I think Rory give you so much defense and rebounding.
Nah, you don't let Rory go. You don't let him go. But
So
there's room in there, and I'll show it to you in a minute.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
You still bring Rory off the bench.
Denver already has a Kyle Kuzma.
Who is Michael Porter Jr.? Okay, that's cool.
Michael Porter Jr. So
all right, but what about the Kings though? Is I know Keegan Murray gave you some good minutes, game 5, 6, maybe even game 7. He had good games.
I think Kuzma on the Kings sends them to the Western Conference Finals.
I think that would be a good fit because they needed offense. They needed Harrison Barnes to get him some offense in some games that he didn't. Offense wouldn't have been an issue for Kuzma coming off the bench. If you would have had Malik Monk and Kuzma coming off the bench, good luck.
Yeah, that makes your second unit still. You don't drop off too much.
Yeah, good luck with that, boy. So I really like Kuzma with the Kings.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad at Kuzma in Memphis.
Yeah, Kuzma.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Too. Yeah, he about to get a bag. He about to get 20. He about to get 20 to 25 for 3 or 4 years. And there's some teams out there that they can give it to him. Memphis might be one of them. Because you'd rather give it to Kuzma than Dylan Brooks. They told Dylan Brooks no.
For sure, but I don't know. Maybe it's just I feel like
he's an upgrade on everything that Dylan Brooks gives you.
I feel like 25 is a lot for a fringe third option. That was my problem, Mel. That's what me and you were talking about. I feel like 25 is too expensive for a fringe third option.
It depends on the team though. Like I said, if you're
so if they got the money, then spend it.
Put it this way. If your third option makes you a legit contender for an NBA championship, then it's not a lot.
Right.
If your first option is Cade and your second option is Joe Blow and your third option still ain't gonna make y'all playoff contenders, then don't spend that money.
Right. Because right now, who's the third option in Phoenix?
Probably Bradley Beal.
Right. And he's making 43.
Yeah.
Right.
Is Bill the third option?
Yeah. Booker and KD. Yes.
Bill is the third option. Booker and KD go back and forth for 1 and 2.
Yeah. And who's the fourth option?
DeAndre Ayton.
He's making 30.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Ayton, let him go though.
They are gonna let him go, but
they go trade him.
That's crazy.
Maybe
I'm too frugal, man, because 25 just seems like a lot, and I feel like Kyle Kuzma hasn't shown me enough to get.
It's crazy because
what do you want him to show you?
I think my rubric might be a little too high for him. It might just be a little bit too high. I'll concede that. I'll concede that.
So you see him as this caliber player here.
Maybe it's because I'm looking at
since you're here and you haven't played up to that. He's there in your mind, but his play is below that, and you're saying, okay, don't give him 30. But someone who you already see this low, you don't mind him getting 30. Like you don't mind Caldwell Pope getting the 15 he got.
15 is very light though.
So let's do this. Let's find 5 or 6 players that's already making between 20 and 25 mil and see if Kuz would you rather get the them or Kuz?
I already did that, man. You can go to Orlando Magic's roster right now and find 3 guys making between 19 and 22 mil.
Who?
Jonathan Isaac is one of them.
Nah, we good. Get the Kuz. Who else?
That's not fair, man. Orlando got money to spend. They just gonna give it to whoever they got over there. That's
Okay.
not fair. That's not
Okay.
fair.
Aaron Gordon in Denver making 19 or 20.
I think Kuz should be right there at that.
Yeah.
I could say that. Yeah,
Nah.
I agree with that.
Compared to Gordon, no.
Yeah, but you got to think of Gordon when he signed that contract. This was 2 or 3 years ago when he signed it.
Yeah, but Gordon do.
Now Gordon when Gordon left Orlando, they thought he was washed. There was nothing else in the tank.
Right.
You had got everything you was gonna get out of Gordon.
I think he actually bounced around a little bit before he got to Denver.
He went straight to Denver.
Wasn't
he went
from other teams.
But he definitely earned not earned. He revitalized himself the last 2 years.
Yeah, he definitely deserves a payday now.
Yeah, but he got paid before he deserved it per se. Kyle Kuzma has already earned it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do y'all know that this man was averaging 16 and 6 this season?
Who Gordon this year?
On 56% shooting, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
and guess who was averaging more?
Well, yeah, but that's because
they both third options though.
What do y'all think about Nikolai?
Aaron Gordon's not the third option in Denver.
Who is?
Michael Porter Jr.
Okay, so Gordon's at fourth option.
Yeah.
And guess what? The third option is Michael Porter, and guess who averaged more between Porter and Kuzma? Kuzma.
But Kuzma was the second option.
Third option. Bill Porzingis.
But Bill missed a lot of Bill was hurt.
All I hear is but.
I'm just telling you. I'm the GM. I'm not paying him 25 a year. 20 is cool. He could get 20. I'm not paying him 25.
Dang.
Hey.
You drive a hard bargain, Chris.
Yeah, I ain't paying the 5, and you gonna miss out. You gonna miss out on a complete team for $5 million.
No, what I'll do is I'll give you 20 over 3.
San Antonio is paying Doug McDermott 13-7.
Mm-hmm. And if you Kyle Kuzma's agent, do you tell him to opt into a $13 million contract with the Wizards? And you look around the league and you see all the other people that's getting 13?
Well, his agent is Rich Paul, so I can guarantee you that's not what's gonna happen.
Hey,
definitely not.
This,
25.
Hey, San Antonio roster is trash, by the way.
Kyle Kuzma is under Clutch Sports, so they're gonna get him a bag. But
he's gonna get that 25 million.
I just think at what cost to the team is he gonna get that bag?
Depends on the team, brother. Depends on the team.
He ain't going back to LA. I can tell you that.
He is not going back to LA. If he goes back to LA, it's gonna be the other LA.
Yeah, Clippers.
Yeah, he'll go to the Clippers. Now I can see that.
Hey,
I can see that.
It wouldn't be bad for the Clippers.
That's a better third option than Russell Westbrook.
Replace PG-13 with him. Trade PG-13. Get an asset for PG-13 and then sign Kuzma to replace him. You better in your team. Like what can you get for PG-13 right now? What was it I had said earlier?
CP3, Kuminga, and
Moody in a draft.
And Moody.
Yeah. So would you bring in CP3, Moody, Kuminga, a draft pick for PG-13, and then sign Kuzma for way cheaper than PG-13 and give you the same 23 points? Right, but you rolling out on your offense with CP3, Kuzma, Kawhi, Kuminga, whoever you want at the 5, Zubac. I like that.
But as cool as that sounds,
oh shit,
PG would have the green like that.
Wait a minute.
So that would involve him getting sent to the Wizards and.
No. You trade PG-13 to the Warriors for CP3, Kuminga, Moody.
Oh, and you pick up Kuzma in free agency.
Yeah, if you just pick up Kuzma in free agency.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Anthony Simons is getting 22.
See,
Nurkic is getting 15.
See,
Jeremy Grant is getting 20.
Yep,
Anthony Simons went and got that bag though.
that's fair. That's fair.
He went and got that. Didn't he
I'm
get
just
rookie of
telling
the
you.
year?
No, he didn't. He
No.
didn't even play his rookie year like that.
What's another team? Who
Go
y'all think
look at the Pistons payroll because I just want to know.
The Pistons good. I don't think they paying nobody too much money.
Shit. You
I
think?
just Monty Williams.
Oh my goodness.
I know they giving 10 to Bagley and 9
No, Bagley
to
getting
Wiseman.
12.5.
Mm-hmm.
Bogdanovich is getting 19.5.
Oh yeah.
Alec Burke getting 10.
Kuz
getting 10.
definitely outplayed Bogdanovich.
And then nobody else is getting no money.
What Wiseman getting? What was his contract with Golden State?
He on a rookie deal, so he was a number 1 pick. He probably getting
Wiseman
8
getting 9.6.
Okay.
Yeah, 9. Yeah, rookie deal.
Oh, they got cap room then. They could go spend. But ain't nobody going to fucking Detroit.
Yeah, they gave all the cap to the coach.
Oh man, we talked too much and went over the 2 hours again.
It don't matter.
Yeah, because you not gonna upload anything anyway. But
that's crazy.
Man. But yeah, man, that's pretty much everything in a nutshell, man. I thought
is that it for free agency?
Huh?
Is those all the key free agents? I could have sworn like
I mean, we can talk about Vucevic with the Bulls, and we can talk about some guys that we know going to go
key
resign.
free agents.
I mean, who else? We talked
no,
about.
I'm just saying. I thought there might have been more.
It's more.
This free agency seems kind of weak this year.
It is though. But it is a weak free agent year though.
Yeah. So look, let me see. Let me tell you how they got it ranked. How they got it ranked on Hoops Hype website. So they had Harden ranked as the number 1 free agent, which I disagree with.
Over Kyrie?
Over Kyrie, yeah. They had Kyrie at number 2, right? I think Kyrie is the number 1 free agent. But
Kyrie disrespect has got to stop.
Yeah, they had Porzingis at 3. I didn't even know Porzingis was a free agent, because they just traded him without a signing trade. So I don't know.
It was a signing trade. He opted in.
It was? Okay. Van Vliet was at 4. Chris Middleton was at 5. Draymond was at 6.
Ew.
Jeremy Grant was at 7. Vucevic was at 8. Brook Lopez at 9. Then Kyle Kuzma.
It's weak.
Then Jacob Porto, D'Angelo Russell, Jordan Clarkson, Austin Reeves.
That's such a weak pool, man.
Now I like this guy, Cam Johnson, even though he's restricted, he might end up back in Brooklyn. Harrison Barnes. I go 4 more. Bruce Brown, Westbrook, Josh Hart, and Nas Reed. That's the top 20.
That's so.
Where's Josh Hart at?
Garbage.
New York.
If he could get back down to the Pelicans, I think that'd make a difference.
Now he was actually hooping in New York, though. I ain't gonna lie. He was
he was hooping. He was hooping in New Orleans.
No, for sure. But like his role was perfect for New York this year.
It really was, man. And then him and boy's real good friends. Yeah.
Jalen
Brunson, yeah. They're real good friends.
They was hooping together. Josh Hart coming off the bench, he knew that role, you know what I'm saying? And he was coming in instant offense,
I like Josh Hart. I really do.
And the defensive aspect of it as well, too.
Yeah.
So I think he resigns in New York. I think, and they got pretty far. They made it to the second round. So with that team being constructed, no, for the Knicks it is. For the Knicks it is. That's their conference finals. But the rest of that pool is, and the fact they got Draymond over Jeremy Grant, Brook Lopez, that's crazy to me. Because Brook Lopez was a defensive player of the year candidate. He was finalist.
I rather have Rui Hachimura than Draymond Green. They had Gabe Vincent below the 20. He was like at 22. So you know what I mean? It was, it's some good. If I'm a contender, it's not a weak free agent class for me. If I already got a superstar or 2,
I was
this
going to say
a great class.
There is it's a weak class if you're trying to build a team.
if you're trying to get a
great
superstar.
class for the missing piece.
Yeah, exactly. If you already got superstars and you just need role players, it's a great class.
Absolutely. It's a pick and pull at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of nice pieces out there,
But
man. And I'm going to the bottom to grab my guys because I can grab a Trey Lyles right now. I love what he was doing with the Kings in the minutes in the playoffs, man. I can go grab Lyles. I can grab Harrison Barnes. I can grab Gabe Vincent. Those are good pieces, man.
We got spoiled a few years ago with those big free agencies, and yeah, it was KD, PG, Kawhi. They was like all those guys, all the superstars were all free agents at the same time, and they shook the league up. We was like,
yeah. Well, you ain't got to do that. The superstars ain't got to do that no more now. They can just say, man, trade me. I ain't got to wait for free agency. Hey, just go
player
ahead,
empowerment, man.
Yeah, go ahead and trade me. I ain't got to wait for free agency, man. But yeah, man, that's it, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. We'll catch you on the next episode on Friday. Peace.